Hey yo, what is going on guys? Cash and Clean here, and for today's video I just wanted to talk about this dungeon right over here. Now if you didn't know, these are the hunt dungeons and they have a pretty interesting purpose to this event. If you didn't know, we have the Bunfest event and we have a bunch of egg dungeons. We have these dungeons over here, there's one over there. You're gonna find these in Candoria, but you can find the egg dungeons almost everywhere. And before you actually go out looking in Candoria, at the moment I went into U5 going into Dragonfire Peaks. Because at the moment, if you try to go into Candoria, it's going to be extremely laggy because of this event. A lot of people are going to be doing this dungeon here because we have a new leaderboard system. So if we go to dailies here, we have the Leviathan one and we have this one over here, the Bunfest. So this will go away in 2 weeks. And then I don't know if you're watching this in the future, then it's probably gone or close to being gone. But we have a couple important things in here. So if you get top 500, you get this one egg over here. And if you get top 100, you get 2 of these eggs, so 3 total. And then if you're a collector, you can get the trophies. I'm not really much of a collector, so if you guys want my trophies, just let me know. But if you don't know what these are, basically I already got mine from yesterday, so that's why I didn't record the video yesterday. Also, if you guys are wondering, the golden eggs, those look like they do reset. Someone let me know that they do reset. So if you didn't know, if you craft something, it gets a little bit more expensive to get the golden eggs, and then every daily looks like it resets. I didn't really look at it myself, but that's just what I was told. But anyway, back to this. So we have a Buntopian bounty. So basically, this is going to be pretty good for Flux or for Mastery, depending on which one you want, because it says here always includes a tradable and then a bunch of Mastery items there. So this itself can't be traded, but the stuff inside can. So I'm going to open these in a second. I guess I'll just leave these there for now. And one more thing I do want to talk about. So in order to get onto the leaderboards itself, there's a couple things you can do. One is this dungeon here. This will give you 30 points. And I'll show you just in a second how to complete these things. And then if you find an egg dungeon, you can just check out my quest video. I show you how to defeat those egg dungeons. Those will give you 8 points. And then you also get plus 5 points for other stuff, but I'm not sure what the other stuff is. I don't know if it's like mining those eggs or doing other dungeons. I know for a fact that you can't stack them from doing ships and stuff like that, so don't think that you can do that. Also, ships have an entirely different name. I just found that out yesterday as well, so that was kind of mind-blowing. Ships are actually called arcs. Now, I always thought that it was like a giant panda bear turtle thing flying in the sky, but it kind of makes sense because our keys over here have the name Arc in it, and then I don't know what the towers are. Maybe that's just Sundar. So Sundar, I don't know. Anyway, I don't want to get too off topic here. So the thing that I wanted to talk about is to start this dungeon, you press E, and then the cool thing with Shadowhunter, if you pick this guy over here, forget about my little giraffe over there, but with Shadowhunter, if you have this mod combination, you can kind of just shoot this, and then you can, I almost hit join there, but you can shoot the chests through walls, and this is pretty cool. And if you don't have this boss mod, you can check out my mods video. I will just link that in the description. You can check it out and you can get it from there. And then there's also the Chronicle mod. I will link that in the description as well, so you can check out the Trovosaurus. But basically, you can just shoot them through the walls. Some of them are a little bit high up, so you gotta do a little jump. Might be a little bit laggy as well. But basically, the idea is 32 blocks away is your limit. And then I'm gonna get into, once I finish this dungeon, I'm gonna say one more thing that's pretty important to know. But basically, just look all around. If you're on console, this will apply to you, but I guess in a different way, you just have to guess. But there we go, we finished it, and it counts as a dungeon. So we got all that stuff. We got some chocolate, got some invaders over there. We'll take that for the stats. And if we go over here to the leaderboards, looks like it's 25. Maybe it's 30 and higher up Ubers. I don't really know. So I guess I got 25. Still a lot. And also know that this thing is timed, so you do have a limited amount of time to get all of the chests. Otherwise, you won't get all of the rewards, so you probably won't get the full 30 or 25 or whatever it ends up being. And one more thing I want to note about your gems. So if you do happen to have volatile velocity, I don't have it, but just in case you guys do, I'm not sure how many of you guys actually know about this, but something to be aware about is when you're using that empowered gem, your arrows move faster, but that also means that they travel further. And the problem is you don't get loot past 32 blocks. So it's kind of unfortunate to use that empowered gem. Basically, if you didn't know, in Trove, projectiles have a lifespan, and they travel 32 blocks at a normal speed, and then volatile velocity speeds that up and it extends it past the 32 blocks. And the problem is that you don't get the loot when you go past the 32 blocks. So in reality, the gem is only good for like Shadow Tower bosses, Leviathans, maybe even in U10 ships if you're shooting the boss through the wall trying to stay within the objective range, but it's pretty bad for farming. If you are wondering how I know, let me open up these things over here. So I kind of want to get the new mastery items, but let's see what we get here. So we got a Magrider, which I already have, kind of unfortunate. We get an Ally Egric, which is insanely cheap, did not want to get that. And okay, we get the Glider. I don't think I have that. Yeah, okay, there we go. So at the moment, they're going for 30 mil, which is, you know, that's pretty good. Also, you can keep these items until after the event. so that's when it's gonna probably skyrocket in price. I'm talking about maybe like half a year later, or you can sell it now, depending on if you need the flux right now. But this thing is looking pretty expensive, which is good, but I kind of need the mastery, so I am going to learn it. And yeah, it's gonna be everything for this video. Thank you all for listening, watching, viewing, and subscribing, and I will talk to you all later.